Representing the senior class and accepting the diplomas this evening is Paul Murray. Paul also resides in Washington Township with his parents, Doug and Helen Murray. He was nominated from the senior committee as the senior class president. Through his years at Kiski, he has been involved in Spanish club, engineering club, math team, Bible club, and NHS. Paul was involved in the marching band as section leader, jazz band, wind ensemble, and pit orchestra. Outside the school, Paul was active in youth group, assistant church choir director, and church altar server. Paul has received Elks National Foundation Most Valuable Student Scholarship, Courtney Adams Music Award, third place overall and first place senior at IUP Mathematics Competition, Outstanding Young Citizen Gold Medal finalist, Lions Club Student of the Month, and a varsity letter. Paul will be attending Franklin and Marshall College, where he plans to attend seminary to obtain a master's in divinity and pursue a career in Orthodox Christian priesthood. Ladies and gentlemen, Paul Murray.
Why study history? I was perplexed as I stared at these words on the whiteboard in Kiski Area High School's room 307 on August 31st, 2009. Why study history? Read Mrs. Eichner off the board. English and social studies are the only two subjects that every student graduating from this school is required to have 4 credits of. Why is history so important? At that time of my life, I was unaware of the impacts that past mistakes and victories could have on our lives, and I did not realize just how much we could learn from past events. That is why I was not satisfied with Mrs. Eichner's answer when she told us that we study history so that we can use the mistakes and successes of historical figures to create the best possible futures for ourselves. If there is anything I learned from my 4 years of high school, it is that our personal histories can teach us the greatest lessons we will ever learn. Each and every one of us is now a part of the history of Kiski Area High School. We are all like puzzle pieces, and when we come together as one class, we make a beautiful picture full of success and achievement. The achievement that this graduating class has made are both unique and extraordinary. Some of the highest achievers in their specific skill ever to go to this school are sitting among us now. For example, look at Matt McCutcheon, the first state champion wrestler ever to go to Kiski area. Or Charles Law, whose extraordinary abilities as a student have landed him at Harvard University. Or Matt Emanuelson, who was one of only 6 bassoonists in 13 states to make the All-East Concert Band. Or Bobby Irwin, who received Votech's Director's Award, identifying him as the top student in the entire school. However, the accomplishments of our class do not always set you apart as much as these ones do. Achievements range from the ones I just mentioned to getting accepted at a college or job you wanted, to winning a game of whatever sport you may have played, and even include the achievements that you have earned but no one else knows about, like completing that school project you thought was impossible, or scoring your first goal in gym class hockey. At this time, I would like to commend every student here for all of the achievements they have accomplished during their time here at Kiski Area High School. Although these achievements are impressive and deserve plenty of praise, not all our time in high school was spent successfully. There is that other side to our high school careers that no one likes to think about. Unless you are perfect, and forgive me if you are, this part of my speech does not apply to you. But as for the rest of us, we have all made several mistakes during the past 4 years. The only thing we want to do with our mistakes is forget them, and I encourage you to do so, but something needs to happen first. I encourage you first to take the second to learn whatever you can from that mistake, so that, just like Mrs. Eichner said on our first day of high school, our negative history will not repeat itself. As cheesy as it sounds, looking back and analyzing what we did right to lead to our achievements and the things we did wrong whenever we made mistakes can be infinitely helpful in creating the best possible future for ourselves. Looking back, I know that I did not understand this concept when I started high school. If I did, I would not have struggled with that question on the whiteboard of my first high school history class, and I would not have repeated so many mistakes during high school. Going forward, I hope that we all can learn from these errors of mine and turn our great history into an even more amazing future. At this time, as we are all gathered together one last time as Kiski Area's high school class of 2013, there are some things that need to be said. First of all, speaking on behalf of the class of 2013, thank you from the bottom of our hearts to the teachers, administrators, and all staff of the Kiski Area School District, who from our first days in kindergarten to the day of our graduation have worked incredibly hard to provide the best possible education and experience throughout our time in the district. No less thanks goes to our families, our parents, guardians, siblings, aunts, uncles, grandparents, cousins, and anyone who has supported and helped us during our high school years. Of course, as a two-year member of the commencement band, I cannot stand here and talk without thanking on behalf of everyone present, Mr. Heine and the 2013 commencement band, who have donated to us their Tuesday evening to provide us live music for this memorable event. Finally, on my own behalf, I would like to thank from the bottom of my heart every graduate sitting here before me, from my closest friends to those of you who I may never have even met. I have received so much love, support, and encouragement from all of my classmates. You are all indescribably special to me, and I know that I would not even be close to the person who I am today without such amazingly positive encouragement and influence from my fellow classmates. Thank you all so much. Sit down and stop talking, leaving you with the words of a monk from Greece. Work as if you are to live forever. Live as if you are to die tomorrow. Thank you.
It is with great pride that I stand